Hey guys, today's talk is going to be about how the company's doing 5 months in, where we're going, lessons learned, things I want to pass on to you, things to consider as you grow your business or think about being a contractor. So with that, I'm going to kick it to the intro and I'll catch you guys on the other side. So, how's it going? How's the business 5 months in, 6 months in of quitting my day job, being a solopreneur? It's a lot. It takes a lot to manage time, to manage priorities, to think about the fact that whether or not I'm successful really depends on the work that I do or do not do. I can talk a lot about how I'd like to run 10 miles and how I want to scale this business and how I want to change the world and help people with autism, but at the end of the day, my key lesson from the first 6 months of my business is you gotta go run. You gotta actually go do the work. So as a founder, there's a lot of pitching, there's a lot of discussing, how you want to scale, how do you approach testing, but at the end of the day, it comes down to billable hours. Are you billable? That's a question I ask myself. Am I being billable right now? If not, is it worth me taking a little mental break to go check the newspapers or see what's happening in the world? Or should I consider how I can be adding value to my customers? Maybe they didn't specifically ask for a test, but I could be doing some exploratory testing or some regression testing, checking out things on mobile. So that more recently in the last few days has really been challenging and put on my heart of am I billable? Because as someone that has the gift of gab, it's really easy to talk about, these are the 3 things I would do, and this is how I would approach them. But at the end of the day, you gotta go do it. You gotta go walk it out. So that's a core lesson, and just looking at my notes. So right now I've got 2 customers. Things are going really well. Shipped 1 major project. The first customer is a very long-term project, so it's going to be over 12 months, so that's really exciting to see that incrementally build over time. And then a third customer is possibly through WeWork, which is really exciting that the hypothesis seems to be working of being in this beautiful space and networking with like-minded collaborators, creators. The motto of my company is, create and leave the testing to us. So really, really excited about that potential opportunity. So that's the customer piece. Then key learnings that I have specifically as a small business owner, and then additionally, furthermore, as a QA company. Top learning there in that subsection of small business owners, expectations. So I have expectations of my clients and they have expectations of me, but it is said that what you experience and what you expect, the difference between that right there, yields disappointments. And no one wants to be disappointed. I don't want to be disappointed in my clients. They don't want to be disappointed in me. We want this to be a beneficial relationship. And so I think getting out in the forefront, how often will you bill? When will you get paid? How do you structure your tickets? How do you embed with the team? Do you not embed with the team? Do you work in the evenings? Do you work in parallel with the team? Do they want you filing lots of little bugs because they want it to be pixel perfect? Or are they going for straightforward functional tests? So these are really key questions that some of which I asked, but some things were unspoken when it came to how often to report or how often to communicate, when to plug in with the team. And so those are key learnings that I'm going to take and I'm going to apply to my next customers so that everyone can have a better experience. So with that, if you guys are in a similar boat, ask yourself, what were the key things that I learned with customers 1 and 2, and how can I improve it for those customers that exist, that you continue to work for, and then how can you really bless and empower, supercharge the experience for customer 3. So that's kind of front of mind for me right now. how to find customers and how to price yourself. So I looked all over the internet for pricing models and nothing really helped. And I think really what I came down to at the end of the day is I picked a number that I was comfortable with, even though it was much lower than what I wanted, because I wanted to have those first customers on board so that I could have testimonials to then present to future customers that one day I would hopefully charge more. And so that's been really helpful, and it's been a steep learning curve when I realized just what QA software testing can go for. And so my advice to you guys there is embrace it. Don't be bitter about if you see that you're being billed out at a different rate. It's all a learning experience, and just be grateful. You've got awesome customers. I love the teams that I get to work with, and I love seeing the way that different teams function, because a really small team might be highly communicative and another small team might be very, very isolated. You just look at pull requests and you try to do the get difference. And so I've really enjoyed being able to be exposed to different teams, but pricing has been a little bit of a pain point as I get up to speed. And then when it comes to finding customers, the way that I found my first 2 customers were through network contacts, and hopefully, like I said, this third customer I think will be through WeWork. There are a couple of leads through WeWork, which is really, really exciting, so thank you, WeWork. And so yeah, if you guys have ideas or suggestions on how do you guys build your customer base, or feedback on this video, if this encourages you, or if you know an entrepreneur that would be blessed or encouraged by this, I would love it if you would be willing to share. With that, I'll catch you guys next time.